Stay champs. Shout out to Dee Dee. Sad Summer Fest, it was a great time. You can see my Maui hat and my Hello Kitty that looks like it's supposed to be for Valentine's Day. I don't know, I won it at the arcade. So as you can probably tell, today, oh yeah. I am so excited to use this palette. If you don't know what this is the Anastasia and Jackie Aina collaboration palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is like the unicarton. So this is what the palette comes in. And it has like this, it's like a reptilian or, I don't know, this like strange texture that I really like. So I like this texture that's on it, but what is really exciting is that the actual palette isn't that like velvet kind that they've done in the past. So like right now I can literally look at them, I have Prism, Norvina, and Subculture. They all have that velvet one. My Modern Renaissance is somewhere, but that also has that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you've literally seen an Anastasia palette ever, you've probably seen one with velvet on it. How much more do I need to talk about that? I don't. So I have not used this yet, and this is gonna be my first impressions and kind of little fumble with it, if you will. And I'm pretty stoked. So it has an 18-month shelf life, and it is cruelty-free, as Anastasia, I think, always has been. And yeah, I'll read the back because I always do, but it says it's an eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette, so keep that in mind. It says created in collaboration with beauty icon Jackie Aina, this limited edition palette features Jackie's favorite silky neutrals, vibrant warms, and tantalizing cool tones. The finishes are a perfect mix of both matte and elevating shimmer textures. Ooh. So it does list the ingredients for both the shadows and the pressed pigments. The pressed pigments look like they are Supreme and Pinker and Big Wig. I will say there is a warning on the bottom of this down here, this like fine print. It says, warning, Supreme, Pinker, and Big Wig are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. Now, I will say I'm pretty sure that's because those tones are purple or red and have that kind of dye to them that might stain your lids. So Pinker, Big Wig. So that's these three right here. So these right here. And I will say I have not had too many problems. I have used a lot of purple and red eyeshadows, specifically red. And just do a patch test on your arm, maybe just do a little bit further away, but if you're really kind of, that freaks you out, don't put them like right up on your lash line or like close to your like tear ducts type of situation. The only time I've ever had a problem with that is I had a single shadow that was a Sephora collection brand from Sephora, and it was like red. And this was a couple years ago, so it was a little while ago. But anytime that I use that shadow, wow, it would burn so bad. And although I love the look of red eyeshadow, my eyes would get so puffy, and like the next day I would have like 10 times more lid space because my eye was just like, that's cute. My eye would just be like out here. Not a good look. Anyway. So yeah, I really, I think this palette was made to be a little more richer and vibrant. So beautiful, well done. Yes. Here's what the palette looks like a little bit closer. Absolutely stunning. I think you can create quite a variety of looks with this. And I especially like this like brown tone corner with this green, looks beautiful. And then I love these reds and pinks just for like fun, but I think these two, ooh, I watched Beauty Kristi's tutorial with this, and when she put this Zam on her lid, I was like, it was nice. Getting hot already. So as always, I think that this kind of goes across the board for Anastasia shadows, is it's $45. It does say it's limited edition. I know I've commented on limited edition stuff before, but if it's really successful, they might keep it around. I don't know, don't quote me on that. I just hate when limited edition products do that, because it's like you scare people into buying a lot of them and then they're just permanent collections. And anyway, I'm just gonna roll. My lips are so chapped. So for eye primer today, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape eye primer. It's good. I mean, it does the job. It's just like kind of meh. I really bring it high. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for this eye look. I'm just gonna kind of wing it and see what happens. But I really did like how Kristi's eye look looked. I imagine that this palette will look pretty intense on me just because I'm fair, but I'm not like, you know, the fairest of them all. Okay, cool. Something that I should also mention is it does come with a brush, and it has like this fluffy end and then this more dense kind of packing end. I'm sure you could put like the lid color on, or maybe even like buff out the lower lash line. I'm not going to use it today because I'm weird and I like to keep things in their package and keep them nice for far too long. And yeah, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use my normal brushes. I'm going to go in with this ginger shade first. It looks heavenly. I'm just going to take a random Morphe brush because I want to go really light-handed in with these because they are so rich. I'm sure you could really pack it. Look at that. Just effortless. Oh, see, I put a little bit more over here and it's already perfect intensity. So I'm going to build it up just a little bit. But dang, this doesn't take a lot to build up. I tapped my brush into this and it's already here. We're here. We're here, people. I literally feel like I could just wear this one shadow and call it a day. All right, so love it, love it. I'm gonna run that same color on my lower lash line, so ginger. Just, that is perfect fall color also, just, Also I have a candle burning in my kitchen right now, and it's like spiced apple cinnamon sweetness, but not too sweet. Oh man, it smells so nice. Really fall candles. How much more basic can I get? But I love them. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, that is an amazing lower lash line color. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a bit of a dark color, and I would go in with the pinks and reds, but I feel like that's literally all I do in my normal life, and I know I'm gonna like it. Period. I know I'm gonna like it. Like this Wiggley's shade. Let me just, I barely touched it. I mean, come on. Come on, that's so, you know what, I'm gonna swatch this Shookington. Oh, Lord. I barely touched that. And so, wow, 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 wow. Just because this sponsored shade, ooh, it's like the kind that has like the green brown reflect kind of, like lounge from Urban Decay that I'm obsessed with. So it, green, warm brown, green. Are you kidding me? Okay, I could sit here and do swatches all day, but honestly, oh, I'm gonna hit pan on freaking all of these, I feel like. I need to calm down. I need to reel it in. Those are so pretty. Anyway, getting back to things, I'm gonna take, I think the shade Edges and build it into my crease. It's a little bit warmer than Ginger, so that's this shade right here. I'm gonna tap into it just the lightest little bit. Oh, whoa, okay. Just on the tiniest bit. Love it. Love it. Now I'm gonna take credit and just put it on the outside of my lid. So that's this shade right here. And it looks amazing. So super lightly, again, these shadows are no joke. Oh yeah. Take it a little bit higher into the crease. They seem to be building really nice too. Wow, that is a beautiful, rich, kind of chocolatey brown. That is so nice. Deep browns and palettes I feel like are essential. Like, yeah, you could argue like having a coal, like charcoal carbon black is essential, But to me, I like a deep brown just because my eyes are brown and I just feel like it's a little more wearable. I don't know, to me, I prefer, if I had to choose one, it would definitely be a rich brown. I also feel like when I have done makeup before in the past on other individuals, I would use a deep brown instead of black, and I still feel like it just gives it a softer kind of look, and while still, you know, you could still be dramatic with it. There's like a little patch right here, but that could just be this brush. This brush is absolute trash, but I use it anyway because I like to self-sabotage myself. I'm loving this. This, I could literally stay right here, maybe put a little more ginger like on my lid, and this I literally would wear every day. Simple, easy, it's, you know, whatever kind of work appropriate. This is pretty great. So because I just want to use a couple more of the shadows and not keep it too basic, I definitely will use the purple and the reds in the future because that's, love those. But I do want to add on this Zam shade because it's the law. I don't make the rules, but I must. And for that, I'm just going to take a flat detailer brush. I'm going to use a brush first. I'm sure that using your finger would maybe be more effective, but sometimes I just don't do that. So I'm not going to. So yeah, just this Real Techniques detailer brush that I use a lot. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm gonna use my finger just a little bit. Barely touching it. That is stunning. Oh yeah. This shade is gonna be. Oh. Yeah, that is lovely. Yep, love that. I really want to see what this Trust Issues shade is like. It looks intense. So I'm gonna take that pencil brush that I used before on my lower lash line and just touch this. See what happens. Oh, it's definitely coming off more gold, which I kind of like. Not really coming up as much on this one. Maybe this one would be definitely better with your finger. The brush, it's a little finicky, but no big deal. Oh, okay, there it goes. Just layering it up, definitely. You see, it's just like a little pop of yellow gold. I'm into it. And I'm gonna take that Zam color and put it on my lower lash line as well, kind of in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and do other stuff and then return to the eyes, maybe. I just wanna use all of the shades in here, so it's really hard to not go insane. But I wanted to keep it a little more chill, more bronzy, kind of fallish. Okay, be right back. My eyebrows got a little intense. Anyway, all right, so put stuff on my face. If you're curious about any of that, I will leave it in the description. But I just want to go back to the palette here for a second because that's the focus of this video. But I 100% would just leave this look here. Easy, breezy. Totally, I think, wearable, pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot of work. These shadows blended pretty much effortlessly. And yeah, but there's something deep down inside of me that just wants to put that pink on my lower lash line. So I'm going to. And I know there's a warning. I read the warning, but I don't care. Even if this does, like, in fact, stain my lower lash line, I'm not gonna be upset. I think these are really high quality eyeshadow palettes, so I don't feel like I'm gonna get some, like, infection or something crazy. I don't know, ew. This Supreme shade, that little pencil brush, and I'm gonna go in super light. I'm just gonna put it over here so lightly. See how it just adds a tiny bit of warmth? I'm just gonna do a little bit though, because I get carried away when I do this all the time, and I end up having like red all the way down to here. Yeah, just a teeny, 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 tiny little bit. And I think you can kind of tell. but it's not overwhelming. So that's another reason why I like that shade. One more thing that I just want to comment on, because we're all thinking it, and we're not maybe all thinking about it, but I have noticed, as well as a lot of other people, have kind of not complained, but raised their concerns about how often Anastasia is releasing palettes. I will say I feel like this eyeshadow palette was kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say like, I just feel like because they released this palette and then like the Norvina palettes and then Carly Bible's palette, and then I think there might be another one I'm forgetting, but like there were so many that released so quickly that I don't feel like this palette really had its time to shine. And this palette is stunning and I love it, and there's such vibrant, like rich colors, and I just feel like this could be easily like a palette that I use until it's done type of thing. But I feel like because of the other ones and just the sheer amount of releases and launches, it's overwhelming. And then, you know, they're limited editions, so people get like the FOMO for makeup, which is a whole other thing. But I just want to comment on that because I feel like if maybe you were feeling overwhelmed and you like these tones and you're like, should I get those, should I get this? It's a personal thing. Personally, I have too much makeup, period. But this was actually a gift to me from my significant other, so I'm so thankful for that. But honestly, if I had not gotten it, I was kind of on the fence whether I wanted to get it, just because there were so many launches, there was so much stuff, and I was like, yeah, I like those tones, but do I need it? And like, ugh, it's too dramatic. But anyway, I'm glad that I have it, and I will 100% be using it a lot. I just know myself, and I know that I love those tones. So if you too like those and it's something that you want to invest in, because $45 is not cheap, then I say go for it. I should not ramble too much more on about that. Okay, so I feel like that's all I really need to talk about, and if I left anything out or feel like I need to discuss anything else, I'm sure in the description of the comments it will come up. But yeah, congratulations to Jackie and Anastasia for releasing this palette together. It is beautiful. I really think she did a fantastic job. If you want to like or comment or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It does help me out here on my channel. Plus, I like getting to know you guys and chatting anyway. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!